Greetings! Are you still playing champs? Yes. Yes, I am. My PC and console are absolutely melting from the heat right now, but the show must go on, and after last week's heroic push where we stopped at 23 wins and 4 losses, even though every fiber in my body was telling me, Stallion, stop at 17 wins, this time we do have some Elite 3 rewards waiting for us, hopefully to help us recover some of that brutal tax loss we took on Moments Kreif. And a little bit of a spoiler, but I feel like these were my favorite ever rewards this year. Not because it's where I made the most, but as you can see, first pick was already kind of decent. We have a couple good ratings with Ederson and Haaland, but I'm eyeing that 92 Alba as he links to my keeper, team of the season Neuer, in my main team, obviously, when I play it. And so we ended up going for that. So I'm already very pleased. I'm like, holy crap. We're past team of the season. I know we still get team of the season rewards, but it's not that team of the season era anymore. Our expectations are low and we still got a usable red, and the game doubles down. It's like, Stallion, sell your tradable Neuer. Here's a fresh, brand new Neuer, and I know there's a 96 Lukaku, but I've used him on a friend's account while playing co-op in division rivals, and for me, the choice was obvious. I'll take my red Neuer and sell my tradable one, and that's just like a free 170, 80k, whatever he's worth. And so at this point, it couldn't get any better. I was happy. I got 2 teams that fill in my Bundesliga defense, but then again, EA said, have another one. Here's your 94 Insigne, a player that you might say, Stallion, he doesn't have 4-star, 4-star, or sorry, he doesn't have a 5-star, 5-star, or 5-star, 4-star, but I don't care because you guys know that the Italian Weekend League is coming. Not yet. We need a Spinazzola, not because we need a left back. We do have Maldini, but Spinazzola deserves to be used after a phenomenal Euro. And so I present to you guys my best ever 3 reds that I've ever had in this entire game. In my opinion, those were my most satisfying reds. I know we got red Ronaldo, and that is obviously the absolute best red pull I've got. But those were like the reds that you expect to get because they're good enough to make you happy and good enough to fit your team. Red Ronaldo, you don't expect. You just don't do it. And here we open our Elite pack, which has elites from the main leagues. And again, we weren't really expecting much. Is that the new meta? Because look at that, we get Depay. I was very pleased. 500k at this time of the year from one of these packs. I was expecting like 70 to 100k per player max. And we get a 500k player? I mean, we really are risking covering that Moments Kreif tax. I would love to use this guy because I just feel like he's a baller. Shout out to the OGs. Remember when we used him on our road to glory at the start of the year in the gold card. And we have Ederson and Carrasco behind us. Another 250, 270k in profit. Like on top of Depay. That's crazy. That's crazy. Unexpectedly, though, we would have to endure some blue ball syndrome because if you played Weekend League, you will know that this weekend EA released an objective whereby winning 15 wins in FUT champs with a team that has 8 French players, it would unlock 3 extra red player picks for you. That's the easiest red 3 player picks I've ever heard. So we wouldn't get to enjoy our new reds just yet. These were the boys, obviously some familiar faces that you know we unlocked through objectives or got through rewards, and a few that we had to buy. But eventually we would luck out in the player pick, and at a certain point in the weekend league, Rabiot would be taken out and obviously Pogba would take his place. And the journey began once again. Unfortunately, a common theme at this point, maybe it's the heat, or most likely it's the fact that we've been playing this game far too long, boys, but we still march on. And the problem here that I'm alluding to is the fact that, yeah, I think I had a short temper this weekend. You know, it's always nice to start with a couple easy wins. It's your chance to bag in some goals against opponents that are maybe casual. I don't know, maybe. But because, again, at this point, it takes a lot less time for you to face the directional nutmeggers of the world. They used to say suns out, guns out in June, but I guess now with, you know, the pandemic and everyone hanging out inside, it's suns out, directionals out. And despite our first directional opponent being at 3-0, we get a pen. We obviously miss the pen, and shortly thereafter we obviously concede, as things would usually be like that, and we actually go down 2-0. And what happens here is nothing short of extraordinary. Look at my keeper. I did not do that. Anyone who knows me knows I never move my keeper. All I do is hold triangle, and you can see I was shocked, to make the keeper come out, and instead of coming out, he just went to the right. That's absolutely crazy. But the game says, I'm sorry, Stallion, gives us a goal, and then Insigne says, don't worry, Stallion, I got you, with 2 goals, and not only 2 goals, he's going to make it 3 goals to make me win that game. And if you thought it would be easy, smooth sailing until 10-0 from there, we'd be wrong, because only at 5-0, that's it, only another game or so until we had our next roadblock. Here, I'm not going to say I'm throwing, but I am throwing, and I don't know why I did that drag back, and, you know, Joao Felix with the finish of his life. But Vidal into El Shaarawy to make it 2-1. We have control once again, and here, this one's for all you weirdos who criticize anyone using fullbacks at center back. Look at Hernandez. Center back with 84 pace is not enough. He stops. He does that. That still happens with fullbacks, but it happens even more with center backs. You absolute weirdos putting fullbacks at center back on the same level as directional nutmegs. It's a necessity because this game's through balls are broken. We make it 3-2. We could have closed it, but of course through balls are broken, so they're overhit when they shouldn't be. And obviously, when that happens, how does our opponent equalize? By getting blocked and the ball landing perfectly. And here are the stats for all you XG philosophists. Cream over my XG. Expected goals, 1,000 for me, 0 for my opponent, but it's 3-3. I out-tackle him, out-possession him, out-everything him, but it was all for nothing. My opponent does a 180 pass. The game doesn't care. He goes through me, and the rest is history.
Non ci posso credere! Non ci posso credere! Non ci posso credere!
Indeed, I couldn't believe it. My Italian came out in full force there. And it's time for a quick little montage because we need a streak of wins. So it's 17-1. Before pushing for a nice elite, I took a break, and here are the 3 picks that we got from playing with our French players in the first half. First one wasn't great, but at least good rating with Fonte. Second one, also not amazing as well with Banega. And then finally, the third one, unfortunately, it wasn't to be, and we ended with Mukiele. And this was not it, but close to being it for our weekend, because spoiler alert, we did face this very nice team with red Neymar, Tots Neymar, Primar 9, and spoiler alert, this was the end. Even though we were 17-1, we ended up being 17-2 after this, and this was the game that made me say it's not worth it. Cantona here, if he was left-footed, I think that would have been a goal. At halftime, as you can see, nothing happened, just my chance. He was holding his low block and I was trying to break him down. At least, even though he was a good player, obviously good player when you look past the fact that all he did was go for 9,000 yard through balls. We did well to defend against that. This is just to show you the state of the game. And of course, one would work. You know, one of his Hail Marys would work. We did not manage to read that one. And then just take a look at this. Just please. Is this the best AI block you've ever seen or what? I couldn't believe it, man. Such a hard time to break him down, and then when you do, this AI block, undeserved. Undeserved as hell, but we had to keep fighting. Similar chance to what we scored earlier in the video, so I thought we were going to do it, but of course, EA rewards keeper movement more than actual football, and that was pretty much it, boys. That was pretty much it. This is where the game ends, and after this one, I was like, nah, it's not worth playing. It's not worth playing. I'm tired. And he actually gets away with murder here as he wastes time. Like this, because it could have easily been intercepted if the game was any good. But it is what it is. So we saved ourselves some heartache. 17-2 is fine. We don't have to play every weekend at this point in the year. We look forward to our gold to red player picks. Not going to do much with the packs. And let's see what waits for us in the future. Hopefully a Spinazzola so we can full send the Italian team. But until then, I think my next big purchase is going to be Moments Ronaldinho. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.